Okay. Right. Hi, my name's David Wright, and today I'm here with my friend Alejandro, who has a company here in Almeria, Spain, helping British people with their residency, property, conveyancing, tax, and just about everything else you can think of when you need to move to Spain. Alejandro, as some of you already know, is also the Honorary British consulate here in Almeria. So, hi Alejandro.
Hello, hi David.
So, after the Brexit fiasco, or whatever you like to call it, I have a few questions, too many to write down, but some of the main questions that my members have asked me. So, let's start off with the big one, residency. Now, what are the requirements, the money in the bank? Lots have changed. So, can you just briefly give us some idea of what's happening with the residency now?
Well, as everyone knows, since the 1st of January this year, things have changed for British. They are not anymore in the European Union, and they are not treated as Europeans. So we need to apply the law that is for third countries. The same as if anyone from the States or Canada or South Africa comes to Spain and they want to live in Spain, we will apply for the British until there is an agreement between Spain and England that is not yet done. So to be honest, we just have two possibilities right now. One is what we call the non-lucrative visa, that is a kind of residency that is given by the consulate in England, in this case in the embassy, Spanish embassy in England, not in Spain, and this is a license, a permit that they will give to you just to live in Spain. The biggest or the most difficult to commit requirement is that you have to have at least an amount of 30,000 euros income per person. If you bring your family down here, and a small amount for the second person and the third person that lives with you, but this is what they ask you to prove that you have. Of course, you can always prove with other things like that you have rentals, that you have savings, but this will be, let's say, decided by the British embassy, the Spanish embassy in in England.
So, just one question: the 30,000, that's per person. Now, is that for the first year, or is that always, or are they just going to check this once and then the second or third year?
Well, as always, we need to prove that you have this regular income. When we've been doing residencies or TIEs before this year ends of last year, we were proving that you have an income per year. How we were proving that? With your pensions, with your rental. Normally pensions will be forever as long as you live. So I'm afraid that you will have to prove like you have a regular income. It's not just valid to do that. But I will try, or what I will tell people is to in some way calm down, because we need to digest this, and the authorities, I think that they will make things easy. But this is the first thing that we have today, is the non-lucrative visa. The second thing that we have that is probably more difficult to commit is what we call the golden visa. The golden visa is for those that are looking to live in Spain. There is this possibility of investing money in Spain, and they will get residency. What you need to invest? Well, you can invest in 2-3 things. Basically, if you invest in property, you need to invest at least 500,000 per family. So you need to buy a property that costs 500,000 euros.
So that could be at your own house.
Yeah, it's for you.
So if you're buying a villa here that's more than 500,000,
that's fine. That's fine.
So the family would then be able to live here.
Correct. So this is just for one family that live together. If for example the house costs 1 million euros, you could ask also a mortgage and pay half of it with a mortgage and the rest. So the net would be that you need to invest from your money 500,000. Okay. There's also this possibility, if you have a house already and you don't want to buy another house, or in case you can invest 1 million euros in a deposit in a bank in Spain. So if you invest and put 1 million euros in a deposit in Spain, you will get it also. And then there is like this system that if you invest in bonds, it's similar to bonds. We call it them letras del tesoro. It's as like the UK bonds. You will invest on the Spanish government 2 million. So if you invest 2 million in these bonds, you will get also that. Of course, you need to submit more paperwork, but it's the basic thing. Or also, there is the last thing is the possibility that you establish a company in Spain with assets, with people employing. So you are going to invest money in Spain. You can get it also. This is a route that is a bit more difficult, but this is.
So if a person like myself years ago when I came here was starting a business as a carpenter, would I still need to have 30,000 in the bank, or as I'm starting a business here, would I need to employ people, or?
I don't think that if you start a small business, you will have the right to get this golden visa, because normally this is for big investments.
Right.
Now, for people that would like to start as self-employed or with a small company, there is not many possibilities today. As I said before, I think that this will change, but we are starting the year, the Brexit just took place, it's been negotiation until the last day, so I think that there will be something not far from today that they will, let's say, open a bit more, because nowadays it's complicated. But we need to understand that UK right now is like a third country. It's anyone from Africa, from Asia or America has got the same rights as the British have got.
But quite a big jump from the original 5,500 more or less in the bank to 30,000. That's going to stop a lot of people being able to move to Spain. So as you say, possibly in the future Spain will recommend a different amount, but hopefully.
We hope so. We don't know, but if you apply today the law, if someone wants to come today, that's the only things that we have. If there is anyone that is already in Spain and they can prove that they've been here for more than 3 years, but they didn't apply for the TIE or for the old residency, there is also a possibility to start a business like yourself, like what you said, a carpenter or a small business, and they probably will give it to you. But you need to stay or to prove that you've been in Spain at least for 3 years. Okay. But for those that are coming from directly from UK and would like to establish in Spain and to have your permanent residency here, that's the only things that we have right now.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit now about the 90-day rule. And if people have got a property here in Spain, but they don't want to live here full time, they live in England, but they want to come and visit their property here, how do they go about it now? What do they need?
Well, what we agreed, or what the Spain agreed with UK, is that you can come just with your passport, no visas at all, for a period of 90 days, within 180 days. So in theory, you could come twice a year, less than 90 days in both times, and you don't need to prove anything, to ask for any kind of visa. What is happening now, and why people think that it's going to be forever, is that because of the COVID situation, Spain took the decision of just letting coming in Spain those who have already residencias or TIE or are Spanish. So, and this is going to be until the 17th of January of 2021, if they don't extend. So today, from the 20th of December until the 17th of January, those that want to come to Spain have been asked to prove that they live here, which is being a difficult situation for some people that they don't have the.
But this is mostly because of the virus at the moment. So
this is because of the coronavirus. When these things end, or when Spain decides that British people coming free, you will have to just prove that you have a passport, a valid passport, and with that you will have 90 days to stay in Spain. So every 180 days period. So every 180 days you can come 90 days to Spain.
But they won't, if they've got a property here, they won't need a visa to come and visit their property.
No,
just their
not at all. If you have a property, if you want to come for holidays, it's not going to make any.
As well.
Of course, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So they don't need a visa to come on holiday to Spain anymore. Some people are worried about.
No, not at all.
Okay, fine. Well, really, there's many more questions, but also there are a lot of questions about the vaccine. Some older people are asking about the vaccine. Are they going to be on the bottom of the list if they're here in Spain, British people living in Spain, or is it going to be a bit of a lottery, or is it going to be a regular amount of people at a certain time? Do you have any information on this?
No, I don't have any information about. I mean, the Spanish authorities didn't tell anything. What I know is that they started for the older people or for what they had previous illnesses, but I don't think they are going to make any difference between Spanish or British or somewhere else. They will take people that are registered in the social security system, and they will take their age, or if they have an illness that they can, get the COVID and have any issues. So I don't know, of course, because I don't have that information, but I don't think they are going to treat in a different way. They shouldn't do it.
So as long as they're registered with the social security, they should be on the list the same as anybody else.
Of course, you must be registered, you must have your doctor, you must be registered as your local hospital. But as probably many people did that to obtain the TIE or to obtain the residency, I don't think there is going to be any issue. The thing is that they started by older people in residencies in these places where they stay alone, but they will start after with old people that they live together, and they will go down.
As most countries will do.
I think so, yeah.
As far as the residency paper and the TIE card, a lot of questions about that. People are saying I've got residency, but I have to change to the TIE card. That's not true, is it? If you've got a residency paper, the green card, I mean, mine now is, and before it was the big paper one, I've got the small one, which you can get for €12, I think it is, put it in a plastic cover. You don't need to change it. At the moment, it's not obligatory to change that to the TIE card.
No, it's not. They didn't put it obligatory because at the end of the year, it's been a massive entrance of people to the foreign offices, so they decided not to do it that way because it would be worse. So I think they are going to do it not far from here. They will have to do it because if not, there will be British that are not any more Europeans, and they will have this document that says that you are European. So I think not far from here they will start saying, maybe gradually, that you need to exchange to the new TI. I always say that it's also useful to have it because it's not very expensive to get it, and also you avoid having to carry on with your passport, because this document, as it has your photo there and your fingerprint, is like it's considered as an ID for Spain purposes. So have to carry on with your passport every day is not.
I think it's a good idea to change that, and I'm going to be looking into changing mine very soon, because officially I have to for identification. Like recently, I just went to the notary to claim escritura for the house, and I need my paperwork, the original document, and my passport. One is no good without the other. But if I'm in the street and I get stopped by the police for some reason, I can use my driving licence because it's got my photo ID and my NIE number. But having it in one place is much easier to carry and be easier. So personally, I think it's a good idea to change to the TIE card.
It is definitely. That's what I mean. That when it's normal things that you have to show who you are, it's not a big deal to show your driving license. When you have to show in a notary or any more important things, you have to carry always with your passport. So having this in place, it will be an ID, and then you don't have to carry on with your passport. Knowing what happens when you lose it or when you have to renew it is not an easy thing to do it. So I think it's good to get it.
Yeah, while we're on this topic of IDs and driving licences, British people that are living here changing their driving licence. Now this is a bit of a mixed question, where people are confused still.
Yeah.
If they've got a if they're living here in Spain, they're supposed to change to their Spanish driving licence.
Yeah.
What's the latest?
This is how it works with the driving license. People that were resident before the end of 2020 needed to exchange the UK driving license to the Spanish driving or to the international driving license. And they have until the end of last year, until the end of 31st of December of 2020. If they didn't do it, they have 6 more months, so until the end of June of 2021, to drive the car in Spain. Right. The next step is, if you don't have you didn't exchange it, in theory, from the 1st of July, your driving license, your UK driving license won't be valid. But we are also expecting to an agreement between UK and Spain. So I'm pretty sure that at the end of the day there will be an agreement, because if not, you will have to pass at the test in Spanish.
Yeah.
So this is going to be very hard for people, and it's going to be a mess. So my opinion is that probably, or I would say that I'm sure that there will be an agreement between Spain and in England, the same as Spain and UK, the same as we have with many countries, to again exchange your UK driving license for the Spanish one. We don't know. We will not know the requirements, but I think they will have. So I would tell people not to panic, because at the end of the day, this will be solved.
Sure. A lot of people are worried about the driving licence and giving it up forever, the English driving licence. But personally, when I changed mine, I've driven in America, Mexico, all over Europe, and back in the UK, and I've hired cars and I used my Spanish driving licence, never had a problem.
Yeah.
It's got all the details on there, same as my English one, and I've never had a problem using the Spanish driving. So, one bit of plastic to the other, for me personally, I don't see a big problem with it.
Well, it's the same as a Spanish person goes to England or goes to America and use the driving license. The only thing is that if you in the future go back to England to live again, you will have to exchange probably when you start living there. But it's not any bigger issue than that.
Okay, brilliant. Well, that's about it, I think. If anybody wants any more details on this, I put a link on the description to this to your business website. Also, you have a link to the TIE card. That's still
it's valid. Yeah.
So people want to change their paperwork, they can get in touch with you, and I'll put your email that you've given me in that as well, so they can get in touch with you direct. Any questions they have with that. Also, I did say to some people that there is a Skype hotline which you're going to give me the link to, or how they can get in touch with you to do a Skype call with you one-on-one personally. So maybe if they get in touch with me, then I can put them forward to you to do that.
That's right.
So they can have a chat with you one-to-one on a live video chat sometime, if that's okay.
Yeah, we have this tonline.es website that will help people to. It's very intuitive, and you can use it. It's easy to exchange the all residents for the TIE with us, and say that we have offices mainly in Almeria. We have 3 offices in Almeria, in Mojácar, and in Albox, but we can operate with this exchange of the TIE in all Spain, because we have agents in all Spain. So yes, we will encourage people to change it, and any other question about what we said today is also by email we can contact.
Great, okay, well thanks very much for your help,
Thank
Alejandro.
you.
And if you've enjoyed this video, got any information that's been useful to you, please leave a like or a comment at the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching.